Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. SABC News' Ulrich, Hendriks and Thapelo Kgmotoshwane have won a SADC Media Award for their video piece on the Xun and Khwe languages of the San people living at Platfontein near Kimberley. The piece delved into the history of the languages, how it migrated with them from Angola and Namibia and settled with them in Platfontein. It also highlights how the San people survived war, poverty and discrimination. Reporters Ulrich, Hendriks and Thapelo Kgmotoshwane join us now for the discussion. A very good evening to you both. Congratulations are in order. What an exciting platform. Talk to us about the concept that led you to putting and piecing together such a prized win.
Thank you for the congratulations. So we were tasked to do a story around a San language series, and we tried to do that. We put our heads together, and we basically had about 2 days to shoot this documentary, which is about more than 30 minutes long. So it's something that we thought about before we went out to shoot, and it's something that we came to an agreement in terms of how we're going to do this. But it was quite tough in terms of the time constraints. It's not a news piece that we normally do, which is about 1.5 to 2 minutes, so we had a lot to do. We had a lot of help in terms of colleagues from XKFM, that is the Sun radio station at Platfontein. And basically, a lot of history into this piece, a lot of creativity, especially from Thapelo's side. And, it was something that was close to our heart and something that we enjoy telling, and getting an award for telling that story is, like they say, the icing on the cake.
I mean, preserving culture is one factor that we really, which perhaps resonates with a lot of South Africans. But talk to us a little bit about, this win and the languages and the diversity and the importance of such a documentary when it comes to informing and preserving culture.
So the South languages, not only Xun and Khwe, are threatened. There's not a lot of development going on. And so putting a spotlight on these languages are very important. Because of the communities that stay here within the Northern Cape, you do have a lot of these threatened languages. And Xun and Khwe, for example, that came from Namibia, from the Caprivi, Angola, and survived the track through wars, through poverty, through neglect. To basically make it here, to go through this 30 years of democracy, and basically still a language in its infancy if you compare to other languages. And it's always good to put a spotlight on those.
Mm-hmm. Survival is quite important as we talk to the challenges that they've had to endure. You speak about war, poverty, and discrimination. Discrimination really dents self-confidence and pride. How did you hone into that? Well,
when they came from Namibia and Angola and settled not only here, but wherever they went through, as they made their way to South Africa, they came into contact with new communities who sometimes rejected them in terms of the languages that they speak, the culture that they practice. And so a lot of them would basically stop speaking the language. They would just speak it at home to each other and not proudly amongst each other in the public. And so that is it is one of the things that a lot of languages and a lot of Khoi and San languages went through, especially during the apartheid era, where they were basically shamed into not speaking their languages. Yeah. And, you know, coming to South Africa, coming to democracy, that has made it more freer for them to basically speak, to live in communities where they can proudly practice their culture, for example. And, you know, we thought it was a good idea to basically highlight that, you know, and the development of the languages up to where they are now. For example, in the local Khweza school, some of the classes are being taught in those languages, in Khwe.
Thapelo, let's bring you into the conversation. I mean, the creativity part. Ulrich speaks about how you really did a phenomenal job in that space. What did it take?
Definitely, like Ulrich said, two languages or two communities were forcefully brought to the end of communities, whatever, like, they must be communicated in English, and which is both communities are forcefully brought to communicate in English, which is from Xun and Khwe to English or to Afrikaans, and then so definitely for us we had to be like creative, where we have to bring all the two languages together, so whereby they can, you know, communicate in English, and then whereby we can say, let's bring all the communities together and let them preserve their languages, which is Xun and Khwe. So we tried and show them how they can communicate in their own language, whereby we preserve their own community.
Yeah. Thapelo, talk to us a little bit about the visuals, the angles, and, you know, telling the story through the lens.
Well, we definitely went to the Platfontein, whereby we showed where they lived and where they actually started. Like, they started in Snowdrift, and from Snowdrift to Platfontein, and Platfontein whereby they were bought the land by Nelson Mandela, and then from there they started giving RDP, and then from RDPs they started giving like electricity they never had before, and from there they were giving the school whereby they could be taught like African. Yeah. They taught you know, everything that where South Africans were taught.
Yes.
They were giving everything, like, you know, textbooks, everything. Like everyone who were given after 1994.
Thapelo, thank you so much. And congratulations in order for both of you, SABC News' Ulrich Hendriks and Thapelo Kgmotoshwane, having won a SADC Media Award for their video piece on the Xun and Khwe languages of the San people living in Platfontein near Kimberley. Fantastic achievement.